to the third power. So what our rule says is we just multiply these. 3 to the fourth raised to the third means 3 to the 12th. We could also go back and now just use our addition property because we've got a 3 to the fourth, 3 to the fourth, 3 to the fourth. If you go and add all those, you're going to see your 3 to the 12th. But anytime you have a power to a power. So for example, the easiest way to remember this is if you have, like, let's say we have x to the fourth raised to the fifth. See how those powers are right next to each other like that? Then you automatically know it's multiplication. So it's going to be x to the 20th. The last thing you might have is if you have like several things in the parentheses and then it's raised to a power. So for example, if we have something like this and it's all to the third power. Well, every single thing inside of that parenthesis has to get that 3. So it's kind of like distributing, but you're using a power. So a to the third, because the top part has to get it, and then also down here, -10 to the third. And then that's as good as it gets. We could take what's -10 times -10 times -10, but that's going to be your final answer. Also, if you have like a coefficient, like for example, -1.5 y all to the second power, you have to give it to the coefficient and you have to give it to the variable. So it'd be -1.5 squared times y squared. So now you've passed out the squared to every single thing on the inside. Again, we could go solve this and figure out what is 1.5 times 1.5 and use that for our answer, but the y squared, that's as simplified as it gets. Okay, one last one, kind of brings everything all back together. The first thing I do is I have to pass out this -5. So this -5 has to go to the 2, the x to the fourth, and to this third. So I'm going to do that first. 2 to the -5th. Then this right here is a power to a power. 4 to the -5th is x to the -20th. All over 3 to the -5th. Okay, so all I did was I passed out that -5 to everything. So now I have all negative exponents. So every single one of these has to kind of do like a flip. So 2, again, give yourself a place to go. So 2 to the 5th is going to come down here. Remember, the act of moving it up or down gets rid of the negative. So that one's gone. X to the 20th comes to the bottom because it's -20th on top. So I'm going to move it to the bottom. And then last, 3 to the -5th is going up. So you have 3 to the 5th. And that's your final answer.